Hey guys, we're back with Steven Universe, and this time it's Together Breakfast, not Frybo. I know I said it's episode 4, and I was wrong. Okay, but episode 4...
So it turns out I was right. I don't hate episode 4.
No, I'm gonna hate episode 5. That's what I meant to say.
We'll see about that.
But the point that I thought Frybo comes next just shows how forgettable this episode is. Like, do you think you'd forget it later on? Or do you think you'd remember it?
All these episodes blur together in my head anyway. About 70% of the episode is them mucking around, then suddenly out of nowhere something crazy happens, they stop it in 3 seconds, then they go back to doing random crap and the episode ends.
Yeah.
I just summed up every episode I've seen so far.
And
actually, no, episode 2 is still actually quite good.
This episode, I think it was just dumb. The amount of times when it just didn't make sense. The physics in the temple, what is up with that?
It's a kids' show. It's allowed to have fun with silly things like physics. It's a show about random crap happening anyway.
I suppose. Okay, but just the line, now it has all the power of a breakfast. That just sums up the episode, that line.
Also, how's a pancake organic matter? Nothing in that breakfast was okay, except a strawberry. Also, why did a strawberry get an epic remix whenever they decided to put it on?
I don't know. It's I think they're trying to make a moment of it's a big decision. I gotta be careful with the right spot to put it down.
But that would have been more. If you were to do that, you would have went for dramatic, suspenseful music, like in what's that other thing where the guy had to put something delicately on the food? No, it would have been like in, do you remember how the SpongeBob movie began where they didn't have cheese in the burger, so SpongeBob puts cheese on the burger, but it's like this really suspenseful music as he puts it on? That is how you should have done the strawberry bit. Instead, the strawberry gets some weird techno remix whenever he puts it on.
Yeah, that was weird. But at least, one thing this episode did kind of introduce was we finally see the inside of the temple.
I thought you were going to say it introduced animation mistakes.
No, I think we've had some of those before.
Well, we had one this time with a door that was invisible and then decided to exist.
Yeah. When Amethyst goes into her room, you can hear the sound of the door closing.
Hang on, which one's Amethyst? The fat one?
Yes.
Okay, so I've already started to develop a theory unrelated to this episode. Because I know this show loves to be out there and crazy and celebrated by certain groups. Amethyst is a lesbian, isn't she?
She has never shown an interest in, either gender, actually.
Okay, I swear I know somewhere I read there was a same-sex marriage, and for some reason I thought, my brain just started to think, okay, it's gotta be the fat girl and the black girl. I'm wrong on every possible way, aren't I?
Garnet is... Let's just say she's already in a relationship. And leave it at that.
Wait, which one's Garnet? Fat or black?
Black.
Okay. Well, there goes my theory then.
Yeah, out of the 3 of them, Amethyst is the least lesbian.
No, I thought the tall, skinny one was the least lesbian.
Oh, dear God.
Okay, fine. No, that's fine. That just proved maybe that's how this show's progressive by subverting all my stereotypes so I can't point fingers.
Maybe. I didn't think of it like that.
Or maybe I'm just trying to look something that isn't there because I keep reading random articles about everyone saying, oh, look, Steven, you'd have said a wedding or something, or I don't know. The author wanted to make it more interesting and the network said, no, we can't have them be gay, or I don't know. I've been reading crap.
Well, I think one of the reasons they really wanted to do the wedding was because, there's these 2 characters, and one of them looks sort of tomboyish, so in some countries, they dubbed her as male to avoid having two females in a relationship.
Okay,
So
I knew there was a wedding somewhere.
They did the wedding, and they put the tomboy in a dress, and they put the girly one in a suit.
Just to screw you to anyone who tries to fix it.
Yeah, so if you dub him as a boy...
There's no way you could do it. They'll just try it.
I think they just skipped that episode in countries that dubbed it as a boy.
Oh, trust me, there are a lot of shows that skip... There are a lot of countries that skip shows like that.
But you can't skip that episode because it also has a very important thing happening in it.
Yeah, but do you think those countries are worried about that? They're too busy worrying about their stupid agendas.
Well, they're worried because, we already established that that's a boy and now they've put it in a dress.
Well, that's what they get.
But getting back to the actual episode...
No, that just made the show even more... They made the show even more unintentionally progressive. That went backwards. It's like, no, we'll fix it. It's a boy. Crap, it's in a dress. That's even more progressive than just having it be a lesbian. That's even more of a screw you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they put that one in the dress. They were like, that's their screw you to those countries that want to mess with the show.
I'm pretty sure there were certain American states that banned that episode as well.
Well,
Trust me, there was, because certain American states get really dumb.
Oh yeah, Americans can be... I mean, they're not the most sensitive.
Trust me, because I have a lot of Facebook groups that just crap on religion, so I see a lot of people, whenever religious people do dumb things like say, oh my god, a TV show did this. That's how I knew about Steven Universe, and I've seen other things like, I don't know, there was a gay wedding in Arthur, and then there was another show.
Oh yeah, Arthur. Everyone's all like, oh my god, they didn't make a big deal about it. It was just there, and no one... talking about.
Anyway, none of this crap has anything to do with this episode.
Well, that's because this episode is so dumb and forgetful that we're just talking about the show in general now.
I've already forgotten what happened. There were bedrooms, and I spent half the episode mentally theorizing about people. That's why. Well,
I wouldn't call them bedrooms.
Okay, fine. That's true. No, there was a mattress in one of them.
Yeah, that's because Amethyst's room is a junk pile, Pearl's room is waterfalls, and Garnet's room that she can unlock
is the fires of hell.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, where's Stephen live? We saw his room in the last episode.
Yeah, they built a house around
That's
the
right,
temple.
I remember what I was thinking. Isn't it funny? As soon as we start doing reviews, I suddenly start seeing Steven Universe memes popping up on Facebook. I've seen people parroting the titles with Pokemon, because it'll have, like, a picture of Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. It'll be like, you know how the opening credits are like, Garnet, Amethyst, and the third guy. And then a picture of Steven, you know, the champion, just pops up and says, Ed Steven.
Oh!
I saw that, and I was like, why the fuck am I'm suddenly seeing these straight away. I've never seen them before. How's that crazy?
It'd make sense if your phone knew that we were doing these reviews, but you're not staying logged in.
Au contraire, my phone has probably clicked on our videos at least one point.
Oh, yeah, when we check on our videos.
Anyway, I think we have to think of a rating for this episode.
I'm going 4.
4?
It's below average.
Below average? I mean, there was nothing bad about it. Forgettable doesn't make it bad, it's just there. So it's going to be a 5.
Yeah, I'll go 4.5. It's not bad.
Second episode, we've done 4 so far, and episode 2 is still the best.
Yeah.
At least of the first 4.
Yeah, but I definitely want it to be slightly below average. I'll go 4.5.
Fine. Then what was the point? Wait, what didn't you like about this episode other than it being forgettable?
It was just kind of silly and just not as good as the rest of the show.
Yeah, but it's silly in an endearing way. That's this show. That's the thing. I've seen other kids' shows that are silly, and they just come off as annoying. This one, at least it's endearing. The characters are still endearing. That's the thing. Even when it's pointless and wasting my time, I can't hate this show. Which is crazy, because I wanted to come into it hating it.
Yeah, I guess something you can't relate to is because I'm looking back at it, I'm seeing things that kind of contradict the rest of the show.
I suppose. Fine. Steven Universe needs... See, that's one thing Steven Universe doesn't have, or maybe it does, is it needs to have points in the show where we can just say, not everything before here can be not canon if we screwed it up. You know, like Flashpoint or Crisis, where if anything's wrong, we just say, well, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
And that is how you write your way out of every hole.
Yeah, Flashpoint is an excuse for everything.
But, speaking of holes, apparently that's what episode 5 is. Speaking of 5, that was my rating, and yours was 4.5.
Yeah. And
So
next we'll see episode 5, which I hate with a passion.
What if I like it? You said I was going to hate this episode, and I didn't.
No, I said you were going to hate episode 5, but I accidentally called it episode 4.
It's too late now, you can't take it back. I enjoyed episode 4.
Okay. Well, trust me, you're not going to love episode 5.
Well, before this review gets any longer than a Steven Universe episode, we will see you for episode 5, the worst episode that ever existed. Again.